Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I just want to be real with you. So, I didn't even put makeup on. I'm recovering from that illness that we weren't supposed to talk about, but I guess you could say it now, COVID, for the second time. And both times I got it on the airplane. Apparently, when the airplane is in, it's flying, the air filters are going on and you cannot get anything because the air filters are so strong and they kill any bacteria. So the worst thing to do is eat before the plane takes off, and or take off your mask and eat, or drink when the plane has landed and you're waiting to leave the airplane. Anywho, so both times I remember I ate, and it was during the time that before the airplane was about to take off, because I was so hungry and running to the airport, grabbing something quick and just trying to, feed that hunger. I guess that has to do with our I'm forgetting my words. So one of the things that this thing does is makes you forgetful too. So, yeah, it makes you like, I was going to talk about food addiction, but that's for another show. We are so addicted as human beings to food, and we don't need to be. I can go without a day or two without food. Nothing's gonna happen. I've done water fasting and intermittent fasting. So anyway, to make a long story short, today's topic, I'm going to talk about men's issues and how important men are in our lives. I feel like recently there are too many talks and too many, male bashing has become so prevalent, and also the whole masculinization of women. And my point of view of that has, through experience, has been that when a woman is in her masculine and a man is in his masculine, if they are a straight couple, a lot of times they repel each other. So that's also another topic. Today, what I want to talk about, I guess I'm going round and round in circle because it's so hard for me to be vulnerable. I have been single for quite a bit of time. I went through a divorce, and then after that, I did meet and date some really nice men. And it was, now that I'm single, looking back, I feel like I was afraid. So my heart was closed. And how did I get to this conclusion? That my heart is been closed, because the whole time I would blame my dates. Oh, this guy has this issue, that guy has that issue, and it was a fear of looking in the mirror, and finding what needed work inside me. I've worked a lot on myself, and I feel like this is one of the breakthroughs that I've had in a long time that actually may help me. And the way it came about, I was in bed laying down, and then how iPhone suggests these pictures. They pinpoint one person's face and they do like a little montage with music. It's really cool. And it did a music montage of a relative of mine and her husband. Her husband is, well, related to us through marriage, so not first blood cousins or anything. And as I was looking at that, I'm gonna get emotional. I started crying, and I realized how amazing all these men have been in my life. I have so many amazing men in my life, and I've never thanked them. So I sent him the video, and I thanked him and wished him and his family many blessings. But that was the start of it. So then I realized I haven't been alone, and my two brothers have been there for me. I was very spoiled as a kid, and all the way until I was married. I was a little bit spoiled during the beginning of my marriage, but not afterwards. Anyway, so I've had this fantasy world of what marriage and relationship was supposed to be because of watching all these fantasy Disney movies. But in reality, reality is way different. Relationships mean work, and they mean vulnerability, and which is, I finally realized I have not been vulnerable. That's for another, I probably won't discuss why, but it's just like maybe self-protecting. I was protecting myself, I was protecting my heart, but it made me miss out on so many wonderful opportunities. So today, well, I was watching also, being sick, you're watching a lot of YouTube. I was watching a Joe Dispenza show with Louise House, and he was talking about opening your heart. And then I remember last week, actually 2 weeks ago, right before I went on my trip, I was just walking down Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, and I had lunch with a business friend. And as I was walking, I hear a woman's voice calling my name, and I said, Anahita, Anahita. And I looked up. It was a friend of mine. She was having coffee at one of the coffee spots on Melrose. And then I look up, I'm like, I hadn't seen her for a couple months, and she came down, we hugged, and she told me how she had just gotten back from one of the events at Joe Dispenza. And I said, so what was your breakthrough? And she told me that she had no idea that her heart was closed. And that during this time with Joe Dispenza, 2 people that were blind were able to see, like up to here. They were clinically blind, but they were able to start to see, which was amazing. And then also that she was able to open her heart. So I feel like all of this put together, and this, and then I had watched another video about how gratefulness takes you out of the current state that you're in. So I was trying to be grateful. So I manifested everything all in a row. It was amazing. And it's nice to have the answer now. I don't know if I'm done. I hope I always believe that awareness is key, which means that now that I know, I will not be making the same mistake again. I hope this is helping you. If you have been through this, if your heart is closed, or if maybe you think your heart is open, but you're missing a lot of great chances with a lot of nice men. This is for men or women, gender, non-gender specific, with a significant other, I guess, whoever this relates to. If your heart is not open, being in a state of gratefulness will definitely help you. The way my breakthrough would happen was by looking at amazing photos during the time I had a tough illness that I went through. And all those pictures came up from 2019 all the way till, 2 months ago, 3 years in a row of, like, I think no longer than that, like 20, a couple of years. And I saw how this amazing man that is not blood relative, other than, not that other relatives haven't done anything, they have, they're amazing, but he's the one that lives near me. So he has been there, was able by physical closeness. He's been able to be there more because we're close in distance. So I just realized this person was not obligated towards me. He had no obligation towards me and my daughter, but he treated me like a sister and my daughter like his own cousin. And every time, he was a lovely, lovely blessing in our lives, just by being there, by being a masculine presence. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys out there who are so amazing, who are wonderful to your wives, cousins, sister, mother. I just want to say thank you to all of you. You make the world a lot better. We as women, we do need you. We do live in a physical, dualistic world. I'm very close to my spiritual side and intuitive side. And I've always known that we do need men. And we can't do. I know about equality. Equality means respect to me. I respect you as a man as you respect me as a woman, but I do understand that we have physical differences, and these differences is what makes us beautiful. But I'm not going to condone anyone talking bad about men. And I just want to send a lot of love to all of you amazing men out there, including my father. He's the most amazing human being I've ever met. He's been my role model. He's always been there for me, and he's just a lovely man. He's been there for me and my friends, and he was the type of dad that he always gave advice to everybody, and he's been there to for some of my friends consider him their second dad, which is, a really wonderful experience. That's why I say I was spoiled. And my two lovely brothers, one of the other day, one of my brothers said, like, because I've been getting sick, my immunity has been low, so I've been getting sick a little bit here and there. And he said, if you ever decide that you don't want to work and you just want to raise your daughter for the next couple of years, I have a teenager, and he would take care of me financially. And I mean, that brought tears to my eyes. Of course, I'm such a go-getter. I love being out there working. I enjoy making my own money and being my own boss. On the other side of being feminine, I want to be my own boss, and I want to bring home my own bacon or whatnot until I meet the right guy, and then it'll be a shared lovely situation. But I thought that was just so amazing. All of these just came to my head within just a few minutes, and then it just made me start to cry. And that's why I'm making this video. I thought that I should share this. I've had a hard time being vulnerable, and I thought this was a good challenge for me. And I've always put up a strong front to show that I was doing way better than I was on the inside, because I hate for people to feel sorry for me. I never want anyone to feel sorry for me. That's where it came from. But at the same time, it's human nature to, love one another and give to each other when one of us is down. So one of the things I used to do was I would never ask for help. This illness that I had made me ask for help, and I do not regret that. I learned how to rely on others. We are a human community. Humanity means unity to me. It's, the word unity is in there in humanity. So we need to be together, and we prosper and survive and make each other's lives better when we are together. So thank you for listening. If any of this resonated with you, if you have a similar story or something else that, situation that made you feel vulnerable, I would love to start a discussion in the comments below. Please let me know what you feel and about this video, and about your thoughts. And so I want to say thank you. Another person I want to thank is my uncle. He was one of the most amazing people in my life. He knows who he is. He and his wife were always there for me when I wasn't doing well, and when I was doing well, they were always wonderful to us, and I just want to say thank you. So thank you so much. I wish I could say everybody's name for privacy purposes. I will not say people's names, but I just want to shout out to you amazing men in my life. And I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Love you.